Contrary to popular belief, this is not just rap music. This is life. So I offer you right now, life. Life. For every little black child, this is life. Life. For every single parent, this is life. Life. For every brother behind bars, this is life. Hold your head.
What's happening, everybody? We back. Episode 8. Still blessed to be here. It's your boy Trez. 1/3 of UnMask'D. Across from me, I got my boy P.
Yo.
What's happening with it?
What's good, yo?
Man, you got it, my brother. How are you?
King to a god as always, man.
You know how it is.
You know, shout out to my boy Low Sin, Sauce on the track. Rest in heaven, my dude. D Spins.
Yo, what's up?
Serious matters today, brother.
Yeah, we got to talk about it.
Let's
but
go.
before we do that, y'all know the drill. Let's unmask. So, yeah, like you said, serious matter.
Yes, sir.
Or just more one of those things that we have to be socially conscious about. Number one, the biggest thing overall that I feel like is something we all need to be aware of, especially if you're going to grow. You got to be healthy. You need to be able to, function without having to have different ailments and things of that nature. And so health is wealth. We all know that. And the biggest thing that I feel like, and one of the reasons why I wanted to touch on the subject is because I feel like our community suffers from lack of nutrition and ways to find good nutrition. And so that's kind of where I wanted to take this episode, fellas, just to bring a little bit of awareness. We all have our different experiences, but I think it's good to shed light on it, and let's talk about it. One of the things that I noticed is that there are food deserts across America.
Right.
And so, facts state that about 17.7% of our population, which is roughly about 54.4 million people, they have a food desert. And there's a lot of different areas which we'll touch on, but yeah, let's talk about this nutrition thing. So, number one, how do you feel, as far as for just this discussion? Like, I know it's important, but how do you feel about it?
This is a thing where you have to kind of recalibrate, change the mindset.
Absolutely.
Because one, when we talk nutrition, we don't even know the difference between junk food and overcooking food. You know what I'm saying? So you would have the thing where, I mean, if you dive way back deep into it, you talk slavery where we were fed the scraps, but we made good of the scraps, right?
Yeah.
But then you start talking when you start growing older and you got Big Mama, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got a big
Or
mama.
your grandma, your great grandma, she makes the food, especially when we start talking around Thanksgiving and whatnot, or any big holiday.
Right.
She cooks the greens, but the greens are overcooked. If we gonna be real about it.
Yeah, they cooked it down. They done went to sleep, put it in the slow cooker.
Them greens cooked for hours, dog.
Yeah.
And they should have only been cooked for about 10, 15 minutes. But they've been cooked for hours.
Yeah.
So one.
And why is that? Why? And I just tell everybody why that.
Well, the thing is, for me, my understanding or the way I look at it is lack of knowledge. And the taste, the softness of it.
The nutrients.
I mean, you cook the nutrients away.
You cooked it all away.
Yeah.
Just watching it absorb away.
And now it's just about how it tastes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's getting down to the taste.
Is it good and greasy? Is it,
Right. You know what I'm saying? When she put that joint in the refrigerator and she take it out and there's that layer of grease sitting on the top.
Yeah,
Exactly
that they didn't scoop out.
Right.
They just mixed that shit in there and pour it on the plate.
Going.
Like
Yeah,
some
keep
damn,
it thugging.
like some
Yeah.
Jello or some shit. Like,
Right.
What is this?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because when you actually, once the leftovers, you put the shit in the refrigerator, what does it look like when you take it out the next day? It's greased the fuck over.
Yeah, but you don't give a fuck.
At all. Not one
You
bit.
throw that bitch in the microwave and you get back at it like it was day one.
Day fucking one. And you loving every bite.
You loving every bite.
Right.
But
Yeah.
So it's a whole change of mindset that we got to do, Trez, and try to get back to the point that what really is how the food looks when it's at its nutritional state.
Right.
You know, bright green, if we're talking greens. Everything should have a bright color to it. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be dull, whether it's carrots.
A real colorful plate.
A real colorful plate. It's supposed to shine to you. It's supposed to be vibrant.
Look attractive. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Things like that. It shouldn't be dull and
dark and roasted and charred
and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Blackened.
It also,
that's the shit that kills me.
Blackened carrots.
Right.
What the fuck? You mean burnt?
How you get my carrots this black, man?
No, they gonna call them. They gonna call them roasted.
Roasted. Yeah, fancy shit. No,
you
that
know,
shit is
sauteed.
Since we in Texas, Trez, they gonna call them smoked. I got these smoked carrots.
Smoked carrots. Drop it with a goddamn piece of brisket, and we rolling. I could just tell you, like one of my biggest life changing events, and I say event because it was like a sequence of shit that led up to my choice. So when I was younger, playing football or whatever, what we would do, I was accustomed to just eating whatever. My grandfather and my grandmother and my mom, they were raised in New Iberia, Louisiana. So in New Iberia, wherever they could find, however they ate is how they ate. And you know that same thing. Shit, we put it on your plate, you gonna eat it. Right. And we not wasting the motherfucking thing. So what happens is, everything that was cooked, the grease was left for flavor, for something else. Greens or cabbage. Or
put in that old Cisco thing.
Yeah, but it's the lard from something else. So what I'm alluding to is pork. And a lot of the times I was diving in whatever they gave me. So as I got older and started to, be more of involved in sports, and just knowing like this don't seem like something we supposed to eat, I made a conscious decision at a young age, roughly about 16, and I said, you know what, I'm not about to continue to consume pork. And what happened was I walked in, they were making, I want to say pig feet. If I recall correctly, it was pig feet. So I'm looking at pig feet, same thing. Ate a little bit, right? Refrigerated it. Next day, try to eat it again. It's all gelled over, right? It's nothing but pig. That's what it is. It's a pig foot. So fast forward about a week after that, breakfast comes around. We're cooking bacon. So shit, okay, I ate the bacon. Maybe 2 or 3 hours later, it's maybe one piece or two pieces left in the skillet. In the skillet, there's nothing but white lard, like surrounding the bacon. I'm like, nah, this ain't some shit I'm supposed to eat like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I just recall that being the reason why, like, okay, I'm not doing this no more. You know what I mean? And not everybody has or will say or tell the truth in that regard. They gonna eat whatever until they're afforded better. That's just an experience just from a nutrition standpoint that kind of I dealt with growing up. So I'm sure y'all have something similar or.
I think so. See, one of the blessings of me having people in South Carolina, which is very close to Florida, I think in some cases me and Trez may have some of the same experiences at a young age. But Trez, I'd like for you to tell me your experiences growing up just to see if mine kind of mirror yours.
I mean, well, for me, I'm a very picky eater. So as a child, as picky as I am now, it was on like a million. So I wasn't eating next to nothing.
Right.
Like my mom putting vegetables and shit on the plate and shit. If I didn't like the shit, I was trying to find a way to hide it, to get it in the trash, or to dispose of it because I'm not eating it. I don't care what you say. I'll take a whooping for it. But I mean, I remember growing up, we used to have like we ate on paper plates.
Right.
And the paper plates were cheap. So it'd be like 2 or 3 stacked. What I would do at the time when it was vegetables, you know what I'm saying? I'll put some in my mouth. I would take it out and I would lift up the paper plate. I would slide it underneath the paper plate and try to smash the paper plate together.
He was trifling.
And it just spread like some leftover bones from the chicken.
Trifling shit.
I'm just trying to get away from the table.
Yeah,
man.
no doubt.
Right.
I'm just trying to get away from the table. But I ate bad. I was real picky. But as I got older, and I was able to start preparing food for myself, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, I don't cook it as long, but playing with different seasonings and different combinations, the shit that I wouldn't eat as a kid, that's all I eat now. Like the fast food and all that shit, I don't do. Like you said, D. Spins. I probably stopped eating pork when I think I was about 17. And I was the first person in my family. They thought I was converting religions on converting religions because I'm from the South. You know what I'm saying?
Muslim or something?
You go right. Listen, I said shit. Nah, I said but I've been doing some research, and this shit ain't right, like you said. But even before then, I never was a big fan of the pork chop. You know what I'm saying? Like my biggest fan was the bacon, Jiffy cornbread, shit like that has the lard in it. You know what I'm saying, that I love. But as soon as I stopped eating pork, I was able to tell a difference in my body. I would probably say within 2 weeks.
Right.
Like, I stopped feeling as heavy. I just had more energy. Like I just noticed that I transitioned in my life, and so as I've continued to get older, it's like I've slowly started eliminating more things. Like I hardly eat red meat now. Like I eat a lot of chicken, I eat a lot of fish, but I'm real big on my vegetables. And growing up as a child, I hated vegetables. So, I mean, as you get older, I think they say your taste buds change every 7 years or some shit.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. But as a kid, I think it's about how it's prepared for you. You know what I'm saying. But as a kid, all I wanted was that fast food shit, man. You know what I'm saying.
So, what I was trying to get you to go to, and again, I don't know a lot of people in Florida. My people are from Beaufort, South Carolina. So
every Sunday is like Thanksgiving.
Every Sunday is like Thanksgiving.
Oh, y'all eating big.
But the thing is,
pork infested.
You know, in that part of South Carolina, they call it the Low Country. You familiar with Geechee?
Geechee talk.
Have you had that?
Geechee talk.
That Geechee talk. So that's the Geechee section of South Carolina, right, Trez? So in that part of the country or that part of the state, you got what you call the country, a little city part, then the island. My people that lived in the country raised their own pigs. So I was that kid.
Cured their own meat.
Yeah, but I was that kid that when I went to stay at my aunt's house for the weekend, that slop bucket was at the trailer door.
Ooh.
Right.
And I got to take that slop bucket out and dump it into the pig's pen.
Like no, we would do that where I'm from in the South.
No, but I'm just saying. But and that's why
just keep it guttable.
That's why I wanted to know because I know Florida is different. You know what I'm saying? But that was my experience when I went to my aunt's house in the country part of that.
Sorry.
Hey, listen,
it
turned me away from pork because there's no way
when you see it.
I saw an animal wallowing in shit all fucking day, and this bucket that we've thrown scraps away.
No way.
That sat there for a week. I dump it and this motherfucker eats it with no problem.
No problem.
No
and this dude talking about he's eating pickled pig feet. No fucking way.
Fuck the pickled pig feet. What about with the motherfuckers that's eating the chitlins and shit, man?
Nah, I ate none of that shit.
Right. I don't want no parts of it.
I that's and again, you make a conscious decision.
Anything that will fuck up the whole smell of your house.
I've never had chitlins
for at least 24 hours.
I want no parts of that shit.
I've never had chitlins before.
I used to get mad when motherfuckers would put that shit in the microwave.
Oh, it's fucking you up.
Yeah, I can't use the microwave for like 2-3 days.
You might as well get rid of the microwave.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
Not for real.
Like,
it's disgusting.
I
ate
them.
Eating some shit that's gray.
Yeah, I ate them.
God bless you.
I don't even know what it look like.
So, I mean, in that, that goes and, you go into different, situations and different areas, things that happen. But before we kind of go into that part of it, I would ask you to kind of think about it like this. You have a fast food option. You have grocery stores. So that begs the question, I know you grew up where, they cured the meat or they killed the animal or whatever, same kind of, what you were saying, we come from where we had to eat the bullshit. And so you have a choice in that, and you also have a choice, fast food, or you go into the grocery store. Again, what are you cooking? Like, what are you choosing to eat?
Right.
And then also, what do you ultimately decide to do? What do you eat?
Well, go ahead, Tress. I'm sorry.
I mean, shit, with me, if I got the option at the age that I'm at right now, I'm going to the grocery store every time.
All day long.
First off, you're going to get your money going to stretch further.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be able to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? On top of that.
Choose
right.
What you put in your body.
9 times out of 10, anytime you go out to eat, let's say you spend $15, $20. You hungry 30 minutes later.
Yeah.
And shit, all the time.
Like shit. I just spend all this money and I'm still hungry. You
Yeah.
give me $20, $30, I'm going to the store. That shit gonna stretch for about a week.
Yeah. Easy.
You probably want to add another 20 to that these days. You don't necessarily want to do 30.
Well, it depends on what
It
you're
depends
getting.
on what you're cooking.
Because in his case,
Depends on what you're cooking.
That's the kind of what I was
in his
doing.
case, he can get some pasta and
Right.
make it stretch. He can get some rice and make it stretch.
Pasta
and rice is very cheap.
Well, you get some chicken breasts.
And then you add the protein on top of that.
Chicken breast, a bag of rice.
stretch
like you
it
said.
out.
Yeah. Get your produce.
You see what I'm
Chop
saying?
some peppers and stuff.
But you got people that's going to McDonald's, Wendy's, these 4 for 4s, these 5 for 5s.
They spend the same amount that I spent.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I got food for 2 or 3 days versus they got food for 30 minutes. Now they going to the next drive-through.
So that to me begs the question, because from my experience, I tell you, I'm a father of 3, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Mickey D's or McChicken or whatever you want to call it, I'm going straight there if I ain't got no damn time. Because what you got to realize too is when you got 3 little ones and they hollering they hungry,
right?
And you press for time, what you about to do? I mean, you can answer that however, but for me, I'm stopping and I'm getting something real quick to shut them all the way up, get them something in their belly, and we gonna keep it moving.
See, I ain't got 3 littles, but I got my little queen and shit. And I mean, she eat McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? And if she hungry, she wants some McDonald's. We're not going there every day. Like fast food in my house, that's like a Friday, Saturday type shit. Like I try to make sure that I'm feeding her throughout the week at the house. But if I take her to McDonald's, I'm not ordering shit.
So let me ask you this: I get you. Maybe that's you. Me, I'm getting the McChicken.
I ain't getting shit.
I'm gonna get some. I
ain't even getting the high C orange.
Go. But let me ask you this: your time management had to somewhat affect that decision. Because more than likely, if you with her and you're out and about, you're probably about to go do something, and you're gonna give her something.
Right.
So that's my thing. Like there are different things that affect your choice. For me, it's the time management when you have things going on. Now, do I choose to go to the grocery store? Absolutely. Any day of the week that I can go and I can go and pick out some decent food for me and my kids, I'm doing that. But make no mistake about it. If we on the go, they need to eat. I don't have time to whip up no type of meal. And we not carrying no fucking Rubbermaid Tupperware nowhere.
But why not? I mean, why aren't you taking fruit with y'all when y'all leave out the house? And this is just me asking a question, not saying
for sure.
I did it as well when my son was younger. I mean, my son still got bad habits. Like I told y'all, shit, in the past 2 days, he spent, I think it was $15 at McDonald's, 11 at Dairy Queen. his bank account is on low right now, and I'm not helping him. But that's on him. You know what I'm saying?
That's the choice he made.
That's the choice of a college kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He'll be on ramen noodles the rest of this goddamn week till next payday.
Yeah. Well, he going to eat up.
But my thing is, somewhere along the lines, our kids act like this because we have chosen to introduce them to this.
Okay. That's fair.
When they come into this world, we are forced to feed them vegetables. Pureed vegetables, pureed fruits.
We're supposed to.
No, you are forced to when they first come in.
Yeah.
That's all the Gerber shit.
Yeah. The baby food.
Right. At some point in the line, we decide, okay, let me see what you can do with this drumstick, little dude.
Yeah. Get the bone.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that type shit.
Let me see what you can do with this burger, little dude. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if you like this sundae. We start introducing the bad shit.
Right. Because I'm about to say.
All they want.
Right.
I stopped eating baby food about 3 months, bro.
But studies show if you eat a proper meal, a meal filled with nutrition, whether it's fat, and we're talking about sustainable fat, you know what I'm saying? Or packed with protein, you don't feel hungry as fast as you do with this bullshit that you eat.
Yeah. Like you said,
you see what I'm saying?
That shit and 10 minutes later, you hungry again.
In your case, you get the food to shut them up till you get to the destination. By the time you leave the destination, they hungry again.
Yeah. Well, they can go home at that point. But I got you on that.
So you spend twice as much.
I get it, and so here's the other thing. So that begs me to kind of ask this question in regards to: does income affect the choice?
Absolutely.
Okay. So because I truly believe that, whatever you have
To an
the
extent.
amount for, well, hold on now. Because somebody that makes $50,000 a year versus somebody that's barely, let's say half of that or less, you got food stamps, you got government assistance, you have those type of options.
Mm-hmm.
What are you, and then here we go again, what are you still choosing to do with that? So
Well,
income does affect the choice, but if you do something about it and you get assistance in any capacity, no matter if it's for family or friends or government, what then do you ultimately choose to do? Because from what I've seen is it's always been the bullshit.
I don't really know if it's based off of income. I think it's more based off of preference and convenience.
Okay. That's yeah.
What I mean by that is, sometimes us as people, we're on the go so much that, like you said earlier, that people don't incorporate putting time in to cook them a healthy meal in part of their busy day. Instead, I'm gonna see a McDonald's every other corner. I'm gonna see whatever else every other corner. So I just go through this drive-through. You got some place that's open 24 hours a day now.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this too. So that, although that is very true, how many people do you know or have known that have had government assistance, food stamps?
A lot.
What are they buying? What's in their basket?
Well, shit, they
It
selling
varies.
half of it first.
It varies.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
these motherfuckers, I come from the age, you wasn't selling them motherfuckers when they was brown, pink, blue, green.
Oh, the little dollar.
Yeah,
Right.
$1.
You wasn't selling the
You only sell
motherfuckers
the
then.
dollars. You only sell the
Now
card.
that they on the card, you want to sell the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't mind buying half.
Right.
Shit.
I'll buy some right now.
Somebody call me right now.
Yeah.
So I know it's ultimately it's a choice, and what I'm trying to, I guess, gather, or what I'm trying to get, to kind of resonate is at the end of the day, it's a choice. I'm very firm in saying that, okay, look, if I got something I got going and I'm moving around and I'm doing shit, I don't have a problem with admitting, hey, I'm gonna stop and get this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now I'm not saying this is some shit I do all the time.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But if time permits and I can do it, and this is just an on the go type of situation, I'll give you an example. I just went to the skating rink with my little ones not that long ago. All right, what was at the fucking skating rink was convenient food.
Nachos, hot dogs,
it's concession
chips.
stand food.
Right.
So in the midst of them skating, now granted it is exercise, but they wasting the exercise because they eating bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but at the end of the day, this is a fun activity for my kiddos, and it was something I could give them so that they would not be hungry. You get what I'm saying? So this may be kind of going against the grain of what I was talking about, but that's kind of what I mean.
Right.
But when we go to these grocery stores, and
What
we
are
see
they
people,
buying?
what are you buying? A lot of times you
Junk.
and
Bullshit.
or what we grew up on.
Right.
That same shit, the same exact cycle. The greens, the pork and pork chops, and you know what I'm saying.
I mean, the thing is,
And that's just me. I'm just saying because I don't really touch pork, so that,
one, the grocery store
I'm not touching
kind
it
of
all.
the grocery store kind of fucks you up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because, and Trez, this is where I go back to saying it is based on income in the neighborhood, because in lower income areas you have bullshit grocery stores.
Well, yes,
Nah,
yes and no.
You do. You have bullshit grocery. If you go to the hood, the grocery store is probably like a sack and save.
Yeah, true. But two what?
Not
Two
the fucking
two blocks
second
down.
save,
You
man.
go to
Two
an
block-
upscale restaurant,
Two blocks
Trez,
down, you got a Safeway or a Tom Thumb.
Safeway, maybe not Tom Thumb.
Safeway, Tom Thumb, depending
Yeah,
on what
but
part
that's
of the world
5
you're in.
miles, 10 miles away.
The fuck is Safeway?
It's
Safeway.
it's a Tom Thumb.
Oh, okay.
That's why. That's why.
It's
That's why.
it's
It
a
used
lo-
to, I've heard
it's
of
a
Safeway.
lower
Depending-
end of Tom Thumb.
No. It depends on where you live at, bro. Like
Trez, all I'm trying to say is,
Safeway's Tom Thumb, depending on part of where you live.
if you're in Plano,
I agree.
if you're in Frisco, if you're in any one of these upscale areas, you have a neighborhood Walmart.
Right. This
Where
is
the fuck in Dallas is there a neighborhood Walmart?
I've seen a couple.
On the south side, where?
Yeah,
Tell me.
Not on the south side. Not in the South Dallas.
A neighborhood Walmart.
Not in South Dallas.
I'm
You-
not
you
saying a
get super
Walmart
center.
in your neighborhood. The shit is titled neighborhood Walmart.
But
No,
at the end
I
of
know
the
I
day,
know the difference.
No, I'm talking to the people.
Yeah, no doubt. No
but
doubt.
why would you buy your produce from a neighborhood Walmart?
No, because the shit is better.
No, it's not.
In some cases, it is.
In no cases.
I beg the
So
difference.
to your-
Go look.
there's levels to the produce game and to the buying. You know what I'm saying?
Look, man, we get the worst produce ever. We get bruised shit. We get dented cans.
From neighborhood Walmarts.
I haven't seen that.
Listen, I will say this to his point, I get where you're going with this. The alternative, yeah, you can go a couple blocks, Trez, but what does that look like for the person that doesn't have transportation to go a couple blocks? Even though DART may be available, I
Everybody
get
has
out
some
of
sense of transportation.
Yeah, but if you can't get out, you can't do that. And the best thing that you can do is walk up the block and go to this Sack and Save, or what the fuck it used to be. It used to be everywhere. It used to be I think Minyards. Was that the joint?
I don't know.
What about Amazon? They got delivering groceries these days.
Yeah, but we talk about low income.
Low income. So you can go up and use the food
low
stamp
income.
card.
This also talks about: do you actually have a real bank account, or is your bank account Walmart? I mean, I'm fuck it. We gonna touch some nerves now, motherfucker. Your bank account is not having money deposited into that Walmart card. That's not a fucking bank account
at all.
It's not.
That's
motherfuckers that act like that's their bank.
And to the people that is nothing.
Don't Walmart get a piece of that cheese?
I'm sure they get a piece of that cheese every time you swipe that
every
fucking
single
card.
time.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Stop.
I was thinking so.
So,
and that's because it's a lack of fucking knowledge that you can go get you a real fucking bank account.
Right.
And therefore, you choose. When you go somewhere, you're gonna choose, and you're gonna have that mindset of, well, I ain't got that much money, so I'm gonna just get as much as I can for as little as I can.
Right. Well, I mean, like at the end of the day,
because we all know produce, whether it's upscale or whenever you paying for good produce, you know it's not.
You're using it in a day, versus,
and it's not gonna be what it's gonna cost to get a pack of pork chops.
You're right.
Period. Like there's no way to get around that.
Not even that. A pack of fucking you got $15
or sausage or whatever.
What you gonna do? You gonna go to the grocery store? You gonna go to goddamn McDonald's and get 3 hamburgers that's gonna last you for 2 days?
But this is where it comes, Trez.
That don't never mold.
To finding out your resources, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have.
I agree with you.
You have churches out here that give away produce every Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Ain't nobody telling you to join. Just go to the damn church. Sit there for
pantries.
hours.
I agree.
Listen
different.
to it.
Yeah.
Go get your produce and go home.
I'm all about the grocery store, but the reality is
farmers markets.
So that kind of brings up my question: where do you guys choose to go personally? Me personally, if I'm thinking, okay, let me get the best of the best. So then this is my opinion. I'm going to probably a Sprouts or a Whole Foods.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where you guys decide to go, but for me, that's kind of my choice.
Like Trez, I'm very picky when it comes to my shit. So for my seafood, I'm driving way out the Waxahachie to HEB.
Right.
Every 2 weeks just to get my seafood.
Okay.
My produce I'm gonna get from Whole Foods or from what's the other one?
Sprouts.
Nah, not Sprouts.
Tom Whole Foods, Sprouts, Tom Thumb, where I get my produce from.
Nah, it's another one.
Farmers Market
or the marketplace, Central Market.
Central Market.
Okay.
Central Market. I'll go to Central Market, which I just found out is like a subsidiary of HEB.
Yeah.
But I'll go to Central Market, Whole Foods for my produce.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to HEB for my seafood. And then the other shit I'll just, get here and there.
Okay.
But I became a fan of reading what's on the label years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People need to take time to read what's on the goddamn label.
Everything on the label.
Everything is on that label.
I agree.
If you don't understand that shit, you don't need to eat it.
Well, I do that with everything that I buy, simply being because, as I stated earlier, I don't eat pork. So you really got to be mindful of what they put into your food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my body will reject it.
Yeah. You'll find yourself on the toilet.
It's been over 20 years since I've had it, so I get sick instantly.
Yeah, even if it touches. Yeah,
but I definitely agree with you as far as that's how I would spend my money, and those are the places I would go. We have similar tastes, but the majority of the people,
they can't afford to do that right now.
So they're gonna go to the McDonald's, Taco Bell, Jack in the Box.
I get it. I
mean,
get it.
they make menus that cater to you.
Absolutely.
For $4.
Not really cater to you, to trick you.
Well, trick you
into thinking it caters to you.
Yeah.
It's a trick.
Right.
It's a marketing thing.
It's a marketing thing.
Yeah, it's a
I
trick.
agree.
Yeah,
But
man.
it wins
No, it's
more
been winning.
more than less. Is they're winning with the
It's
marketing.
been winning.
Yeah.
One of the craziest things I found out doing research is, as crazy as it is, as powerful as America pretends to be, our food is not allowed into any other country.
No doubt. No, absolutely.
We cannot export our food.
Nope.
How crazy is that shit?
It says a lot.
So you have third world countries out here
Not eating.
that's
none of this shit.
starving that don't want our fucking food.
Nope. It's too fatty. It's too sugary.
I mean, there's a lot.
When we introduce some of our fast food companies to other countries like China and Japan, and the cancer rate shot up.
Yep.
Their cancer rate went from literally 3 to 5% a year to fucking 40-50% a year.
I mean,
Just because we introduce these fast food restaurants to them.
it's just poison, man.
It is. It is. And that's the reason why, we as a whole, we got to, number one, do better. I do believe that this is important of a conversation, just because that we all know that typically wherever there is some type of food desert or lack of nutrition, it's going to target primarily minority areas.
Minority, definitely low income.
Low income, and just those areas where there's not much available. Period. Like there's not a whole lot of population, or either there's too much of a population. You're gonna see that when you deal with a food desert. That's where you have it at.
So here's the thing, right? Anytime you make a change, you got to make a sacrifice.
You sacrifice.
You got to make a sacrifice.
I like that.
Anytime you make a change, there's going to be some type of sacrifice.
Yep. Absolutely.
Are you willing to make a sacrifice to have a healthier lifestyle?
Yeah.
That's it, point blank.
And you can't, and again, this is one of those just side pieces to the overall conversation. You can't just limit it to nutrition, or you that's important as hell, but you got to do other shit too,
No, in anything, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because, hey, not for nothing, hot chips and a 40 ain't a meal, my dude.
It's not.
And unfortunately,
It's
you
a
know
meal
a few
for
people
it's a meal for a lot of people.
That's
a meal for a lot of people. And again, we're not judging nobody.
no doubt.
We here to kind of educate, to kind of let you know there's other options. Look into those options. Try to make that change. You got to make a sacrifice.
No doubt.
Definitely got to. Especially when you're buying French fries and.
Yo, the shit we talked about the other night, right?
Yeah.
So on the French fry shit.
Right.
Yo, y'all, we looked at a couple of videos on the French fry shit.
Yeah.
Have you ever
No,
dropped the French fry?
fuck the video.
No, we could just go. I'm gonna stick on the French fry shit.
Yeah.
Have you ever dropped the French fry in your car? Went to clean your car.
3 months later.
Find that motherfucking a year later. Find that French fry, and that bitch look brand new.
Brand new. Like, goddamn.
The only difference is it's hard as shit. But
And I don't give a fuck if you got it from Chick-fil-A,
It ain't got no mold.
Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King. I'm naming all these bitches.
that bitch haven't changed.
That motherfucker ain't a bit of mold on that motherfucker.
That fry look like it needs some damn sauce.
That's it.
You dip that motherfucker still.
Hey, but be easy. That bitch hard as a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, chip a whole tooth if you try it.
Right.
No, but that shit is, and that ought to tell you, in my own personal experience, and I'm not just talking about like that, but that's a good point. So 2 pieces. We all seen, most of us have seen the video where the guy, he poured the copper shit over the Big Macs. And if you looking at the video, you like, yo, the fucking burger don't change.
That motherfucker had Rain-X on it.
Slid down like wax on a car,
That
bro.
bitch had Rain-X on it.
Some bullshit.
How the fuck hot copper slides off a bun? Are y'all serious?
Stop, bro.
Hey, it's bullshit.
Not penetrate, slides off.
Man.
Hey, absolutely. So you ingesting some bullshit.
Come
and then
on, man.
and this is where it comes, you can be like a little bit of a snob when it comes to produce. Like I literally bought some grapes. I won't say from which place, but I bought a tub of grapes. And you place them kind of in the back of the refrigerator, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's in a tub, so
Bad
I'm
move.
scooting shit, as you
Very bad.
buying groceries and shit.
Got some raisins.
No, but check it out. No, yeah, but that's what it's supposed to happen. Great point. I'm glad he said that.
Okay.
Because you add shit to the refrigerator, right? And then as that shit is scooting in the back, you forget the grapes is fucking back there. So I'm not bullshitting you. It had to been at least 2 months later. Because you don't, if I didn't clean it out.
Man, that would have been an ugly picture.
Because it's in the
Depends, Trez. Go ahead.
It's in the bottom. It's in the bottom at the back.
I'm just picturing.
Right. So
you get the real grapes. Go ahead. He got the mutated grapes.
He took this shit right out of my mouth.
It was fresh.
He got the mutated grapes.
Yo, I literally.
Have you ever seen where they got these cotton candy grapes?
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you like that. If I seen that shit, I'm pushing my whole refrigerator out the house.
Man, yo, they got mutated. Look, listen.
Hold on. Let me finish.
I'm sorry.
But look, so I literally, and I only clean the refrigerator when because I'm real clean about certain shit, and so. Typically, you only really clean the refrigerator if you see like something spill or if it's just too much fucking clutter. So I keep it pretty neat. I keep everything pretty organized. I just so happen to have cooked. The shit went to the back and I forgot about them. I totally forgot about them. Something spilled in the refrigerator. I start cleaning shit out.
Right.
I'm reaching in the back and I'm trying to put something like at the bottom shelf. I'm trying to push it all the way to the back. I can't. Like, what the fuck is in the way? So I've been all the way down. I look at that motherfucker, and I'm looking at that tub of grapes. Mind you, this is easily at least 50 fucking days later, right? This shit looked like I could literally pick them off the vine and eat them. Nothing changed. And it was the big green grapes with the seed and shit. Nothing changed.
Yeah, you got the mutated grapes.
That was some bull. I'm like, yo, this can't be real. This is not. I have to literally look. Like, if I pick a pack of fucking grapes and I don't see at least one of them motherfuckers already wilted, like, now that's what makes me believe I'm really eating some real grapes.
You scarred.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. So I don't know what you was about to say, but I just wanted to finish my point. Like, be careful, too, in that regard.
Very true.
And so I don't want to discourage anybody from buying good produce or finding good produce or knowing what.
It goes back to research of what is good produce.
Pay attention.
You have to pay attention. Motherfuckers selling cotton candy grapes. There's no fucking such thing as cotton candy grapes.
Yo, what the fuck is cotton candy grapes?
Doesn't fucking exist. Right. Fucking grapes that taste like cotton candy, they made that shit up. And when you tasted it, believe me, they fucked you. They got you.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to be careful. You got to be careful with this fucking. It's words that come out every so often, right? One of the heavy words is organic. You gotta be careful with organic because
very careful. Very
organic.
Yeah, I hate that.
The other bullshit that came out maybe a year or two ago was artesian. I still don't know what the fuck artesian is, but they had artesian on every fucking thing.
Right.
Artesian bread, artesian broccoli, artesian whatever.
Yeah.
Be careful with this shit. A lot of things you gotta look at. Motherfuckers is eating the fuck is that fish?
Tilapia.
Where the fuck did tilapia come from?
Yo, that shit is farm raised.
It's crazy because I used to eat tilapia.
That's not farm.
I used to eat tilapia.
You can't
never ate
actually.
Tilapia?
That shit is created.
I know. That's why I stopped.
I never ate that shit. Man, listen.
I used to fuck
I'm not a Walmart shopper for my food, but when I go to Walmart and you see that this motherfucker's in the freezer, is on a floor freezer, is on another freezer, and then another floor freezer. Why the fuck y'all got so much tilapia?
Yeah. Yeah, they farm raising it. So
where does shit come from?
I don't know where it come from.
They make
Growing up, I ain't never heard nobody say, hey man, we just caught some tilapia. Ain't nobody ever say, hey man, show me the lake you could go to and catch tilapia.
You can't. Right. It's farm raised, bro. But I knew that here's to my credit, I will say.
Here go these chicks. Oh, baby, come over. I got some grilled tilapia for you. Bitch, no. I'm going to the west. Stop. Because you're no good for me.
Hey, to my credit, I will say, I actually noticed that it said farm raised. I said, what the fuck do you farm raise any type of fish? Now, I get it if the land has a natural made pond or lake or something of that.
Okay.
Nature. I get that. But like you said, growing up, you don't have to be a fool to know a different type of fish or where you can find certain fishes that are within a lake or sea or whatever. you've never heard of tilapia. So
here's the other thing, and me and Trez kind of talked about it. D, you was on the call too, but me and Trez kind of really dived into it. For a minute, and y'all seen pictures of me when I was hella skinny. I fell off. But for a minute, I was pescatarian, right? Meaning I only ate seafood.
Yeah, no doubt. That unmasked. Sweatshirt is a little.
Fuck you. but
I've had my moments. So you got on my ass.
But to go forward, you know what I'm saying? The only thing I ate was seafood, and I was careful to make sure that everything was wild.
Wild caught.
Right.
Yeah.
So one of the ways I got that route is I'm an addict for useless information, meaning I watch a lot of documentaries that motherfuckers don't pay attention to.
Right.
Mm.
So going back to what you was just talking to, the farm raised fish, they're feeding them corn pellets.
Corn pellet, yeah.
This is back to what we was talking about. Motherfuckers out here eating corn and you can't even digest the shit. You're eating some shit where when you shit, you see the same shit you ate.
Whole.
Yeah.
Whole. I don't
Not
mean to discuss y'all.
No, that's facts.
Corn is not a vegetable, people.
Corn is not a vegetable.
Everybody knows that you eat some goddamn corn, you digest it, and you
getting the whole goddamn corn coming out.
It's coming out,
Look,
and you can look down and see the shit.
Don't care how much you chew that motherfucker
You eat
up.
this shit, and you can see the same goddamn corn at Walmart gas station.
Hey, yo, after you didn't actually...
Like, if you could use 85... 85 is corn.
Oh, boy.
You know the shit go...
the fuel.
It go
87,
92, 97. That 85 is corn.
Yeah.
That's the shit you eating.
That's the shit you put in your engine. You know what I mean?
The only time corn digests is when you eat it as popcorn.
Okay, true.
Only time.
Yeah.
Because it's a kernel, so yeah.
Otherwise, anytime you
happening.
eat it as a whole, the shit's gonna come out as a whole. So if you motherfuckers don't chew your shit, it's gonna come out unbroken.
Yeah, I mean that's facts. So we went to where we would choose to go for better nutrition. You talked about your specific choice. You talked about where you prefer to go. I know I did. Briefly. So you brought up a great point, P. And as we close out, I want you to kind of go through how you found this place. And when you said, I was like, yo, I remember this place. So I'll let you kind of talk about it a little bit, and me and Trez will kind of.
Well, me and Trez was talking about local produce, farmers markets, because he's an advocate of farmers markets. But through research, I found out that Paul Quinn grows, and not only through my research, but also I'll give him big ups. Killer Mike's. He has a documentary on Netflix. As I told y'all, I'm an avid of useless
I saw that, by the
information.
way. Shout out to Killer Mike.
So Paul Quinn tapped in Killer Mike tapped into Paul Quinn, showing that they actually sell produce there. And when I spoke to D. Spence about it, he was saying that's a football field that they turned into
an organic
farm.
Right.
Where now they actually sell produce to the community.
Yeah.
And they've been doing that since 2010.
Right.
So you're talking about 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a place where you said you played football at.
Yo, no,
as a youth.
I literally, when he said it, I said, "Are you?" Like I live in, we live in Dallas. I'm familiar with Paul Quinn College, and I never knew that until you said that. And as I did the research, they have a brand statement on the website, and I'm like, this is literally a fucking place I used to play Pop Warner football. I used to wake up on Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. I'm on the field, muddy, whatever.
Yeah.
And they literally made it to where it was a staple within the community, and it kind of made me feel like, okay, you're an idiot, number one, for not actually having the wherewithal or just knowing of this. And I'm sure a lot of my comrades, people that y'all know, don't have a clue about that.
Mm-hmm.
So it begs the question, do you have or have you done the research, to figure out what is, what's available to you? I'm sure there's donations. Shout out to Paul Quinn College, by the way. I mean, that's a dope staple within the community.
HBCU.
Yeah, HBCU.
Mm-hmm.
So that is amazing opportunity to look at what they have available. Donate if possible. Take a look at, how that can help us. But
don't just donate. Go out there and buy your produce.
And buy
most
absolutely.
definitely.
So, I would be remiss if I did not close out this episode with wishing my man, my guy,
the Barbarian,
a fucking amazing, wonderful, and happy birthday. So,
hey, shout out, God.
Hey, blessings. Shout out to all Aquariuses in the house as well. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Oh, you with the fishes.
Yeah. We was just talking about the lobby and shit.
The great ones. Yeah.
Y'all not farm raised.
I'm from Florida, man. The water right there, man.
Shit makes sense.
It goes hand in hand.
Motherfucking dude.
It goes hand in hand.
Hey, man. Happy born day, God.
Blessings. Appreciate it, family.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we're going to turn up for you one time. But, yeah, much luck, much success to you in this new blessing, this blessing of a year that you have received.
Always.
And, we're going to keep rocking.
Maintaining God bless us, staying true to you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've all kind of, and this is some behind the scenes shit. We've all kind of grown together over the past 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And watching each other's movements. And I don't know about you, but I know about him. And I know how he watched people.
Yeah.
Because he watched people like I watch people.
Yeah.
And he give chances like I give chances. And sometimes the chance we give is fucked up. We want to take the chance back.
Every now and then, you definitely.
Every now and then, we look at each other like, man, what the fuck was you thinking?
Right.
Yeah.
But this is a good fucking dude, man.
Yeah.
A great fucking dude, man.
Yes.
I wish you many more, my brother.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
I'm proud of everything that's coming your way, my dude. And man, keeps fucking shining.
Yeah.
We grinding, man.
Hey, that's it. What's the key to a God, my dude?
You know what it is.
I wholeheartedly agree, man. Much more blessings to you. Thank you, for being a part of what we sought out to do as a group. So, that being said, again, we made it through episode 8. Appreciate you fellas once more.
And we coming.
Yeah.
And please start leaving more comments.
Sharing.
Subscribe, sharing, spread the word. We also on other venues as well. Like we just ain't on YouTube. Check us out on Spotify. We done been linked up with Apple Music. Blessings.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Check us out. Like you just don't gotta watch us on YouTube. If you're busy, if you're working out, put us on one of them apps. I know a lot of people got Apple phones. You got an Android phone, so we're available in so many different avenues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Google Plus, Spotify, Deezer.
Most definitely.
To name a few. Guys, please support. We love you. One of the reasons why we have these.
You be going too far.
Your comments mean everything though. Like we need comments.
Hey,
let us know. Talk to us.
What the fuck was you finna say?
I don't love all these.
Talk to us. Spins gonna respond to y'all. Talk to us.
Yes.
Spins will respond.
Spins will respond.
Damn right.
Because I'm the motherfucker to read that shit.
You don't want me to
Trez,
respond.
You seen this shit?
Yeah.
Hey,
Spins will respond.
I will.
Quick.
Let's go.
That motherfucker quick draw McGraw.
Let's go.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your love.
You motherfucking right.
Hey, much love. I appreciate it. This is a great opportunity. I love where we going. Keep rocking with us.
Absolutely. Unmasked Podcast. Until next time, we out.
Be blessed.
This is not just rap music. Not. This is life. So I offer you right now, life. Life. For every little black child, this is life. Life. For every single